Welcome back to SoCal HiCal. Today we're going to make a fast food style fried chicken sandwich. By fast food style, I mean it's like a McChicken, it's like the Burger King Long Boy, it's like that sandwich you get at a gas station, the crispy chicken sandwich in a little plastic sleeve. Those quotes around the word crispy are doing a lot of heavy lifting there. This is not a deluxe chicken sandwich. This is a dollar menu chicken sandwich, but I've always kind of liked chicken sandwiches like these. But this one is gonna have a few tricks up its sleeve because we're gonna coat it in our house-made achiote-buffalo sauce.
Achiote is a very bright and tangy flavor, really smoky and a little sweet. It's what made that Porco Pibil so good in Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Remember that movie? You can usually find some in a Mexican market, which is great because you're also gonna want about a pound of red hot chili peppers. Achiote is real popular in the Yucatan and also in the Caribbean. Once you get home, we're gonna pull out all of our fermenting supplies. We're gonna smash some garlic and throw that along with a bunch of peppers, seeds but no stems, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, and the frappe. It's funny, there's no liquid in here, but once you really get to blending, you see just how juicy those suckers really are. Now go ahead and drop an anchor in there and put your ferment-friendly lid on top. Put that sauce somewhere dark. She's about to enter her moody teenage goth phase. Now we're gonna slice up a bunch of watermelon. You can eat the melon as a snack. What we're after today is them rinds, which we're going to pickle. This is a Southern thing, it's a Depression era thing, and it's going to be a great addition to these sandwiches. First off, you can lose the tough outer peel. It's edible, but it's kind of chewy and unpleasant. And when it's just rind, we're going to break that down into chunks. Pour some hot water over those chunks to soften them up a bit and make them ready for the brine. And that brine is just some vinegar, some salt, some sugar, and some mustard seed, celery seed, dill, a bay leaf, the usual suspects. Then drop in your rind bits, and these sour, crunchy watermelon rind pickles are going to be the perfect topping to this achiote chicken sandwich. Let that sit for a few hours or even overnight. 5 days later, our sauce has done some light fermenting. We're going to boil those achiote seeds in some oil, strain it, and then it's back to the blender with a healthy amount of vinegar and most of that sloppy fermented pepper sauce. We'll pour that blended sauce into just a little bit of the unblended sauce, and there you have it. It smells tangerific. Kind of smells like a McDonald's buffalo sauce, which is great for this fast food inspired meal. We'll let this chill in the fridge another day so the flavors can really bloom.
The great thing about making fast food chicken sandwiches at home is you can grind your own chicken. Because the stuff they sell at those fast food stores is just the slop they can't legally sell as cat food. I'm using all white meat today because that's what I had on hand. It would probably be even better with the fattier thigh meat because that fat would stick together really well and fry up nicely. But this will work too. And if this were a fast food chain, we could brag, made with 100% white meat chicken. We'll add a little bit of oil to get that fat content back up, plus some salt and pepper, garlic powder, smoked paprika, cayenne, some panko breadcrumbs, and some ground Monterey Jack to more than make up for that loss of fat content. Then a bit of our achiote hot sauce to spice it up from the inside. The spice is coming from inside the sandwich. Give that all a good mixaroo. Once mixed, we're gonna ball these little nasties into patties. This was 12 ounces of chicken, and I'm gonna make 4 patties out of that. Then you'll need to place those in the freezer for about 20 minutes. A lot of things they sell at fast food joints, like French fries and breaded ground chicken, actually do better from frozen, almost like they planned it that way. In the meantime, we can make our achiote-buffalo sauce. That's right, we're going to turn our little homemade hot sauce into a full-fledged buffalo sauce. Somebody asked me once, do you make your buffalo sauce with butter? And I said, actually, I prefer to use ghee. And he said, oh, thanks for clarifying. So it's ghee, it's some achiote hot sauce, some garlic powder, some Worcestershire sauce. A buffalo sauce for a sandwich always needs a little bit of sugar or honey or something like that just to help it be a little sticky. I'm going to add this chamoy to stay on theme today. Chamoy is like a sweet and sour hot sauce. It's great on fruit, and guys, it's real good on vanilla ice cream. Whisk this up and get it nice and warm, but not hot. You don't want this ghee to break from the heat. Let's also get a lime crema going. I think this is gonna be a 2-sauce sandwich. Mostly sour cream with a bit of mayo. We're gonna add a bunch of lime zest and some fresh squeezed lime juice. And hell, why not, a little bit of this achiote hot sauce. That's right, the spice is coming from inside the crema. Give this all a good whisk. This is gonna give the sandwich a little creamy richness and really tie the whole thing together. With these chicken patties a little chilled, they hold together a little better when you put them through the dredge. But they're still delicate little debutantes, so be careful, but keep in mind, you do have to get every nook and cranny coated in the flour, and of course in the egg. Finally, you put this in the panko, and you can really mash those panko crumbs into this patty. You'll be glad you did. And anything dredged like this, it helps to let it sit for a bit. Let that breading kind of dry out and fuse itself to the food underneath. So it's a great time to get started with a side. You can't have a fast food combo without some fries on the side. To keep this in the Yucatan, we're gonna make our fries out of some very green plantains. I know a lot of people say plantains, but the correct pronunciation of the word is plantain, like mountain or fountain. It's a plantain. And to do any kind of fries right, you really need to do 2 fries. Once to cook it, and then once to crisp it up. So after I've cooked these plantain chunks, I'm gonna smash them in a tortilla press. These flattened fried plantains will get refried like this and used as the buns of a jibarito sandwich in Chicago. Jibaritos were invented by Puerto Ricans living in Chicago. They're a great example of diaspora cuisine, a food born of a culture but defined by a place. But instead of simply frying these jibarito patties as is, I'm going to cut them into fry shapes and crisp them up like that. Now get these fries out and give them a quick sprinkle of salt. While these fries rest in a 200-degree oven, it's time for the main event. We're going to fry these patties for just 2 to 3 minutes per side until they're nice and golden brown. After those have rested for a couple minutes, you want to slather on plenty of this achiote-buffalo sauce.
A bit of the lime crema. Let's not forget this is a 2-sauce sandwich.
Add some watermelon pickles, throw the top bun in place, and dump in some plantain fries.
Here it is, the entire fast food combo with our achiote crispy chicken sandwich with the watermelon rind pickles. Let's take a bite.
Smoky, spicy, tangy, crispy. You got the watermelon rind pickles doing just like what a regular pickle would do on a chicken sandwich. But of course, no fast food combo is complete without a signature drink. Sonic, they've got their cherry limeade, they've got their ocean water. We need a drink presenting the Flor En Fuego.
Ideally, you wouldn't really know what's in this, or at least you wouldn't have to think too hard about it. But we'll coat the sides of a glass in some of that sweet and spicy chamoy. Then fill her up with ice, and then pour in a little bit of hibiscus tea. Again, that takes the flavors straight to the Yucatan Peninsula. But in our fast food drink, we're going to add some Shasta Mountain Rush, which is just sort of Shasta's version of a mellow yellow. Oh yeah, it's the Flor En Fuego. And with that citrus punch up against this hibiscus tea, you have an unforgettable flavor in every glass. And it really complements this incredible achiote chicken sandwich that we've cooked up. And I gotta tell you,
Either this is the best idea I've ever had, or I have a small tumor pressing up against my brain that's greatly altering my personality.